Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Cosolix. Today we are going over the 3 levels of boots in Brawlhalla. So I asked my Discord for some replay files. If you want to join, my Discord link is down below. And I got 3. Thank you for everyone that submitted some files. There's Distortion, who's 1800 ELO European. And then there's Nelson, who's 2150 ELO, I think US East, but I forget the region. I can double check after. And then I guess it's the winner, Spyg, but let me double check on that. Yeah, you know, it has to be his own. And they're 1350 elo. So guys, watch until the end if you want to see the difference between low elo to high elo gameplay with battle boots. And yeah, just like the video, do your thing. Okay, let's get right in. Okay, so we're watching Spyg, okay? So we're watching the orange Tezca. And we're just going to see the options they use. I'm familiar with the options on boots, but I don't know what's optimal and what isn't. So it'll be really cool to see. Just like a little neutral. Not too many like strings out of that side light. I know that there are some tight follow-ups. I believe like side light and light is pretty tight. Nice little D-light Sarah, going for another Sarah off stage. Not a bad play. D-light doesn't go for a follow-up. See, I would have followed that up with something. I haven't really practiced that much boots, but yeah. Also could have used the forward version on that down sig. That down sig, like over here, when you hit it next to the ledge like this, you can hold downwards, and then it will just send downwards. They're in orange health, so you could have gone an edge guard and an early KO, but now they just reset neutral, so not as good. Little side sig. Just kind of playing neutral here, winning it with the side lights, which is good, but not really getting much follow-ups. I believe like side light and light is pretty tight. I think there are some tight follow-ups that like might be worth it to go for if they don't have dodge. But yeah, or like you could like chase dodge or something, reposition, and then try and follow up. D-light recovery, nice little try there. I like going for the recovery because there's on stage. Like one thing you can take notice if you should D-light Sarah or not is like you're in the middle of the stage, the Sarah would only hit them off stage, the recovery hits them up like with the potential of killing earlier. Just didn't kill there. Ooh, that was a bad side zig, but I like the idea of the recovery there. Maybe Sarah would have been more optimal if you knew the recovery wouldn't kill, but I might have thought it would kill. Just not landing properly. Like one thing you're gonna want to do is like if you're in this disadvantage state, really make sure you're avoiding those signatures, right? Going for these like low like landing aerials is so punishable. It's just not smart. He won the game, so it's still a little comeback. Not much of a comeback, but still. Why are there gadgets on, by the way? Turn your gadgets off. Guys, if you're watching and you play ranked with gadgets on, you're a noob. Turn them off. Good little Sarah. We want to see the boots, though. Okay. Ground pound. Here's the boots. I love the animation of boots. They're like kind of funny, but they stand out, which is cool. The walking is like kind of derpy sometimes. Nice side light. Yeah, just no follow-up. I think side light and light is pretty tight, but correct me if I'm wrong, please. I could be. I haven't played boots that seriously yet. That's something I want to do soon. Ooh. D-light, Sarah, nice. Nice, Sarah. It's a good little 50-50. One thing you can do, which he didn't do here, is like when you do hit the Sarah, he did the forward version of the Sarah, right? Yeah, he did a forward version of it here too, as you can tell from these little animations, I believe. Yeah, see those circle animations? He did the forward version. If he didn't do the forward version, you might have been in a better position to edge guard even more. So when you're hitting that Sarah, hold back. Especially, you could have died there on some maps, maybe. Good little ground pound, clean stock. I'm just nitpicking. That was pretty solid. But yeah, that backwards version, I like. Theoretically puts you in a better position to edge guard more. The forward version is more for like tighter string follow-ups, or I think it has like more force or something. What? It might have more force, it might not. I actually don't know, but I know it's more of a positioning thing at the very least. Again, I'm new to battle boots. This is just like almost my first time seeing a difference in gameplay. So please don't get mad at me if I'm wrong. What is this spam? Bad punish. Nice. Little D-light Sarah. Surprised people don't like D-Light Nair more often sometimes. I feel like it could leak. I don't know how optimal it is or how tight the follow-ups are afterwards. But going for like more of the like string starter stuff. You could even like D-Light N-Light and then like keep them on the ground a bit more. And do the grounded D-Light. There's definitely like a lot of play to be discovered. This is just the very basics. I've learned a couple combos and now I'm playing boots, you know. I'm excited to see what the higher elo gameplay really looks like. I think in terms of option select, it might be similar, but in terms of neutral, it's going to be different. If we did this video a year from now, it's going to be completely different. This is like 1 week of learning which option is optimal. That's a tight game. He's going to win with gauntlets. Oh, of course, going for the SIGs. Just barely missed. That was close. What is happening? Okay, get the boots. Okay, get hip. Why do people play with gadgets on? I still can't get over that. Good side save. What is that hitboxing? Is that like good hitboxing or not? Let me see. Side light. Oh, see, simply that wouldn't have hit me. Yeah, you got wrecked, bro. Yeah, just be better. Oh, unfortunate, man. At least the animation on this shows that he's in it at the very least, kind of. But that's still tight. Okay. So that's the first replay. Now let's watch. So that was 1350 elo. We have a big skill jump here. This person didn't win. We got distortion. Tezca again. And let's see. That's a really clean first stock. This is also 1800 elo Europe. Europe surfers. Nice little end light. Ooh. Nice. I like that option select. Going for the forward version. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, this is really clean. I want to like break this down. So the side light then goes for a dare to like catch fast fall reads. Then a little GCD light, Sair, and then does the forward Sair, chase dodges, and then dares. And because how dare sends backwards, you're not dying yourself. As long as you don't use that forward active input. Super clean. Super clean first stock. How did you lose this? Nice recovery. And yeah, the recovery there is a good little string. Definitely seeing a lot better strings select. A lot more experience with options in general. D-Light Sair. Nice options in neutral. I like using the D-Light and stuff in neutral like this for tempo because this is just unpunishable. Like, it's actually unpunishable. More tempo is better. I like tempo with movement, so it's a bit sucks that the D-Light doesn't have movement, but that's fine. It's more like a sword D-Light, which you can also use for tempo. Which is tempo, I mean by like baiting. So it's like going for attacks that aren't punishable, but conditions your opponent to think that they can punish. You'll see it a lot. In higher elo gameplay, it's so important. See, that was not tempo because of positioning. This positioning is risky sometimes, and this Mordex player took advantage of it. I would have played a bit safer, maybe a bit smarter if I was in that position, but I don't know. You have a stock lead, so it can condition you to go for risky options as well. Okay, now we see the gauntlets. I hate that this character has gauntlets. I want Lance! Lance boots! Please! This is a pretty quick stock. Let's see what happens. Nice little end light, neutral win. Doesn't really convert. Going for like dare bait is just fine. Interesting option. Goes for it again. Look at this. Goes for a jump dare, you can see. To try and bait the opponent. Interesting. I wonder how well and efficient that option is. It's again, it's tempo, it's baiting. Oh, you get downlighted. Ooh. Nice little combo. Nice end light. Nice recovery. Ooh. A lot of like just tight neutral losses like there as well. A lot of misspacing. Definitely a new weapon, and you ran into that thing. Like he just walks back into it. Dashes into it. Unfortunate. You get the kill here. Let's see how. Really good first stock, but overall this Mordex is just dominating the neutral exchanges. It was just one like nice play so far. That's so far. It's like these are just bad options. In neutral, I get you're trying to use tempo, but you can like also hear the sound effect before you like and a delay. I don't know. It's also the delay there is risky. Mordex can just dash side sig. Here's what I like to think when I make mistakes like this, because everyone does. When you're going for a gauntlet delay in this position, he delayed before he saw the Mordex end lighted, because if he saw the Mordex was end lighting, you would punish it. So he delayed in raw neutral here. This essentially is you betting on the fact your opponent is bad. If your opponent's good, they punish you with the side sig and you take damage, or they punish you with like a dash delight or something. Going for a raw attack in neutral here, you are betting on the fact that your opponent is trash and not going to punish you, and then you punish them, and it's that tempo. But tempo is dependent on skill of your opponent. If they can or cannot punish is that decision. So if you think your opponent cannot punish this, you're essentially guessing if your opponent is trash or not. You're not exactly guessing. It could be a rough estimate, you know, hypothesis, but you're basically telling your opponent, hey, can you punish me or not? You can't because you end lighted. But still, I would not go for a delight like that when it's not safe. It's just like only like bad players wouldn't punish this, or like pros in like stupid situations, you know. Like if this Mordex wasn't end lighting, this is just the freest punish, and there's no chance you knew the Mordex was end lighting because you wouldn't have delighted, right? The Mordex started end lighting at like this frame is when you start realizing. So 1 2 3 4 5, okay, then you input on the 4th or 5th frame. No way you have like a 90 millisecond reaction time. Or yeah, it's like 80 milliseconds, just over. That's impossible. So you delighted on the fact that the Mordex is positioned there, and you're trash for doing that. No offense, distortion. I'm just saying you're betting on the fact that your opponent's bad, or that was a misinput. But I actually don't even think that was a misinput. I just didn't like that option. I don't even know if it was a misinput. What were you planning on doing? A dash delight? Maybe. And it might have hit, but it was end lighting, so I don't know. This little side light. I like the delight follow up. Goes for a Sarah. That's a big extension. Nice recovery. Good little damage. Nice delight Sarah. Ooh, doesn't hit the combo. Not there yet. What is Mordex doing? This Mordex just ran across the entire stage to go off stage to play neutral. Ew. Ew. Nice end light. Ooh, that recovery just barely misses. I want to see how close this was. That's good. The hitboxing isn't broken. If the hitboxing was broken, that would have hit. So good job. Good job, BMG. Nice there. Nice end light. I would have delighted personally, but side light wasn't a bad option. It's just you don't have that many follow-ups to the side light. A lot of whiffs on those delights and end lights, and that side light there. It's just a lot of whiffs. Whiff city. Whiff city. Whiff city. Nice end light. Ooh, I probably got ground pounded. Nice delight recovery. Maybe delight Sarah there because the recovery wasn't going to kill. And you didn't get the follow-up or anything. But I don't know. You could literally like also go for other things. You could like delight Nair with the hopes of hitting a recovery after. There's a lot of like options. Or you can like delight chase dodge there actually. There's a lot of like labbing that needs to be done with like which combos are optimal in which situations. Like what's your game plan, you know? And then that's the game. Going for a risky ground pound. This is a dumb input. They just dodged, but still, like look how much space and time the Mordex has to react and get a free punish. You just risk the whole game on like this. Again, you're betting on the fact if your opponent is bad or not. A bad player gets hit by this ground pound. A good player does what the Mordex did and wins the game. It's a lot of betting on the fact your opponent is bad. It's like underestimating your opponent. Interesting game. And now we have the 2100. So I believe it's Nelson. Yeah, we're looking at Nelson here. 2153. This is ranked as well. Nelson is the default color, Tezca. Let's take a look. So this is only a couple hundred elo more, but we will see a difference. Nice little end light, side light. D-light Sair, nice. Holds back on it to maintain that stage control, which I mentioned earlier. And I like the D-light Nair. It's a nice little mix-up. Doesn't get the follow-up, but tries to extend it. You're seeing them go for these more extension level combos. The D-light Sair trying to hit that D-light afterwards because of the health. It does work. It's just a tough input. Tough to do consistently. But yeah, I like the try. D-light Sair. Goes a bit forward with it because there's stage to work with. Nice. I'm liking this gameplay already. It's a ton different. Nice neutral, guys. A little side there. Holds back with it. Interesting. That decision to hold back or not, I wonder what the logic is behind it. I can only think theoretical because I don't play boots, but it's definitely going to be interesting learning more about it. Nice, D-Sig. I like the D-Sig throwing downwards. That's what I was talking about in that first game. You hit the D-Sig off stage and orange, you could have confirmed the kill, and this blue Tezca did. What a gift we have watching two good Tezca players. Okay, never mind, they're not good. Look at these whiffs. Okay, never mind, they're good. Let's go, Nelson. Getting the battle boots. The movement animations on boots is like super sick. It feels like you're playing the Matrix when it like backdashes. I like the custom animation. That's sick. The Nair recovery is a really good option. So yeah, D-light Nair recovery might be just a solid string to build up damage, which people aren't doing. D-light Sair looks more like a kill option. It reminds me of like Lance Nair almost, where it's like Nair, then you build up damage. Like there's gotta be a damage build up string that people aren't using that much. In my opinion, I don't play boots again, but like that's my thought process of like, if you hit a D-light, you should go for something that sets up more into combos. I don't think this Sair sets up more into combos. I think it's more into 0 to deaths. Nice recovery. That there is just risky. I can't wait to play boots myself. Actually looks sick. Plus the SIGs on this character are actually broken. It's ridiculous. Nice end SIG. Ooh, good side sig. Stay on the boots. Let's go. Little neutral play. Nice little side light. I like the... Okay, here's some thought process here, by the way. This is what good players understand. You see and waste the GC, picks it with the side light, knowing that they have no dodge, goes for something that isn't close to true, and then can keep going with another side light. I personally, actually, I would have D-lighted here. If you... The D-light is free here. Oh, a D-light and then another Sair and then go for an edge guard. That would have been so, like, optimal. Nice D-light Sair. Yeah, that's the only thing with D-light Sair is, like, when you know it's not going to kill like that and you need to build up damage because his opponent isn't in the kill health yet. Like, why go for the Sair necessarily? In that health, you can't follow it up and you lose neutral. There's definitely got to be a better option. Reminds me of Lance, where it's like you either, like, recovery or you Nair or whatever. I'm gonna like this weapon a lot, probably. Nice. Nice D-light recovery. Nice D-sig. Okay. Okay, Nelson wins. Let's see how he closes the game. Just a lot of attacks being thrown out. I like, one thing you can know from, like, better players is, like, if they don't think they can punish, they won't try, right? This, there, no chance Nelson can really punish safely. Doesn't punish. That end light, no chance. That recovery, no chance. That Sair, no chance. Just leaving him alone is the safest play. And then goes for something. Almost hits that D-light. I like this try. Oh my god. That was a really good try. And then goes for a follow-up. That side light sets you up really nicely for damage build-up, actually. And that was clean. I think you could just, like, if you're doing something to build up damage on boots, couldn't you just D-light downwards and then side light? Here. Like, isn't D-light down, side light a combo? Like, D-light Nair is probably not bad, but the positioning it puts you in isn't great for, like, damage buildup. D-light side light, like, sounds, like, really solid. Like, if you do something like... Here. Isn't it, like... Isn't that true, guys? And then it puts you in a really good position to, like, keep following that up. like with a Sair, or like try and catch a dodge read or something like that. It's a lot better than like doing like something like that, because now you can't follow it up, you know? That's like at least if you want to build up damage. Also, in terms of like damage numbers, like Sair does 12, Sidelight does 14, so you're doing more damage and you have better positioning. I think that's gonna like be like what we see in the long term. Like the combo routes for different health is like something that players need to start thinking about. Also, I'm just gonna double check. I believe it's a true combo. I made a video on true combos. Yeah, it's a true combo. So yeah, definitely just something to think about. I think that's kind of like what the developers had in mind when it first came out. Because also, don't you have active input on that Sidelight to like determine like how you want to follow it up? There's so many options. And things like Enlight. Enlight does 12 damage. Okay, so the Sidelight is more optimal. And then you can like go for an Enlight after, or set up in the air for a Sair. Like, you have tons of options to build up damage with that grounded D-Light. I want to see players start using it more often. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Check out some of my other videos. They're on the screen right now, and I'll see you. Peace.